Hello, family. I want to talk about the illegal mass deportation that is happening in the United States. Now, before you come after me, I want you to understand something from a person that is an American citizen that is now living in Nigeria. Let me tell you, just like the laws that we're supposed to be having in the United States, I have to follow those laws here in Nigeria. You see, before I can come to Nigeria, I have to have a visa. I have to submit documentation, which is my passport. I have to submit 2 passport photos. I had to submit where I was coming to travel at, an address. If it was my husband, which it was, I had to submit his address, and they had to know that he was going to be the one taking care of me. I had to show also my bank statement, which I blacked out my account, to show that I was able to live in Nigeria without their help. You see, when I'm living in another country, they don't support me. They don't pay for any of my medical, my dental, my vision. They don't pay for anything, none of my living expenses or anything. I'm not entitled to it because I'm not a Nigerian citizen. I'm an American citizen. So all my benefits should be in the United States. But what has happened? In the United States, all the benefits has gone to people that are illegally in our country. You're saying, well, they came to do a better life. They came to have something, from another country that they couldn't get in their country. But is that really true? We have people that came into our country that are criminals. We have people that come in our country that have committed murders and have SA'd children, that has SA'd women, has SA'd men, violent gangs. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that we as the American people don't really know. So I don't want anyone into our country that is dangerous, as well as if you feel like you needed a better life. A lot of countries, I'm telling you, didn't even want those people. And what infuriates me, just even as an American citizen, is that they feel entitled to have our benefits that they have not worked for. You think the benefits are free? Newsflash. The American citizens' taxpayer dollars are paying this, are funding this. That's why they have sanctuary cities where the illegals can run to, just like New York, Chicago, Stockton, LA, Detroit, different places that they can hide out in, and they can commit heinous crimes and get away because they can't go in and get them. ICE can't. Let me tell you, if you are Nigerian, because I've seen on the news where they're saying they're doing mass deportation of Nigerians. Look, if you came into the country illegally and you didn't do your paperwork according to immigration, you should be deported. You shouldn't be in a country that you can't even take care of yourself. Why are you relying on our benefits to take care of you? The American citizens should have medical, dental, vision, housing assistance, financial assistance, whatever assistance they need, resources. They should have the jobs first because they are American citizens. They live in the United States. I stand 10 toes down on that because I'm living in Nigeria. And you know what? I got my visa for 2 years. That's for me to come and go. As I'm married to my husband, I had to get what you call a Niger card. The Niger card allows me to stay in Nigeria and leave Nigeria. And I can open up a bank account. I can get my NIN number. I can do everything just like a Nigerian. I did it the right way, me and my husband. And while I was here waiting, I had to, once my extension was up, because they give you a 90-day extension, you have to go every 90 days to get your extension, and it's free. See, if you go by the rules and the laws, they don't bother you. They see that you're abiding by their country's rules and laws. But see, that's not like how it is in the United States. Don't you understand the 14th Amendment was for the children of slaves that were born in the United States? It was for only the Black Americans. It wasn't for everyone else that came into the country. Let me tell you, if your parents were both Nigerians, mother and father is Nigerian, and then they come over to the United States and have a baby, why would that child be an American citizen when both of you are Nigerians? Make that make sense. And you're Nigerian citizens. No, the baby is a Nigerian, and they have Nigerian citizens because they have the benefits of their home country. So whatever the lies is going on, and if you're still conflicted and you think that I may be wrong, you can think whatever you want. But I am glad that President Trump has got the administration getting it tied up, because we're finding out where all our American tax dollars have been spent on. And it's been spent a lot on countries outside of the United States, and it's not being spent on the American citizen. We should not have anyone on the streets homeless. We should not have any of our children hungry. We shouldn't have people hungry, period, in the United States. We should not feel like we're not safe. We should feel security at all times. Our borders need to be safe. You know, when I went to Israel, they have a big old wall around their Jerusalem, and they have officers. You can't get in or you can't get out. And I remember when I went into Israel, they told me, you have a 90-day extension. You do not have any benefits here in Israel. You have to pay for your own accommodations. If you get sick, you're going to have to pay for it at the hospital. You have no benefits here. I've been to many other countries. Ghana, they told me the same thing. Tanzania, they told me the same thing. Matter of fact, I've been to Mexico many times living in San Diego, and they told me the same thing. Told me the same thing in Panama, the same thing in Belize. They told me the same thing when I travel outside the United States, that I had to make sure that I had enough money to be able to support myself. So why is it any different if a person comes to the United States and you don't have the correct documentation? You shouldn't be running scared. Why are you trying to hide in the church when you know that you're in sin? And why would anybody in church want to help you? That is sinful. That is not a man or woman of God. I'm so sick of people that call themselves believers and Christians is standing for wickedness. The people are standing for wickedness, and you got people that don't even serve God is saying, this is wrong. This is wrong. The church has become wicked. The people that call believers have become wicked. They have become so vile that you can't even tell the difference between wickedness and holiness. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm going to say it. I stand 10 toes down. I hope he get everyone that is illegally in the country. If they cannot show the correct documentation, they cannot show anything, the reason why they're there, they need to go back to their home country. And one more thing, and I'm going to say it. It's very disrespectful to wave your country's flag and demand benefits when you are not a citizen. You know what? Let me tell you, when they protested over here and they were raising other countries' flags over here, the police dealt with them swiftly. Not the United States. We let you go ahead and do it. So it's very disrespectful to wave your flags and you demand the American taxpayers pay for you when we don't owe you nothing. So I stand 10 toes down with President Trump. I pray with him, and I pray with ICE, and I pray for anyone that is harboring these people, that God will deal with them. And as a people, we need to be fighting and come together in unity as one, because Yahuwah is our ruler and our king, and he's not going to put up with that foolishness. He is exposing what is really going on. And if you're not listening and heeding to that, his word, you're going to be dealt with. Period.